We are back for the evening stream because we just did 3 hours or so earlier. We're going to knock out another 3 or 4 hours tonight. So we're going to play. We may do more than that. A lot of times in the past, we've gone 7 hours in the evening session. So we might just go till we don't have opponents or till we run out of deck ideas. At the end, though, we're going to play 3 or 4 decks. But at the end of all that, we might go ahead and just add another deck or two that we just build with the stream. So if you're up late, which that would be around like, I don't know, 10 o'clock-ish Pacific time, you might be able to participate in that. I'm going to let everybody know in the Discord that we are now live again. So everybody can come join us. I'm live again for more TMNT. All right, cool. Give everybody a chance to hop back in here. Just going to do one quick run around and make sure everything is working the way it should. Looks like we're up on Twitch. It looks like we are up on the Facebooks and we are up on YouTube. All right, so everything's working as it should. Fan-freaking-tastic. Andre, hi again to you too, friend. How's it going? So yeah, we're going to give a couple of minutes for people to roll in here, and then we're going to kick it off with a mono green surprise deck, and then we're probably going to play some Boros tokens, maybe? Does this have more than one new card in it? It does play Last Ronin's Technique and Wingnut, so we might do that. And then there's a Rakdos Sacrifice list we'll play, maybe Boros Robots. And then after that, if we have time, we may just build stuff with the chat. So hang around for that. Also, if you haven't done it yet, be sure, like, subscribe, do all the things that make the dings. We have a lot of content coming. Tomorrow, I guess, from when you're watching this now, we should have the overrated, underrated videos, top 10 from Turtles should be up on my channel and Dev's. I have a single card strategy video that'll be going up on Friday that is best ways to use like Super Shredder. So that'll be a video. And then next Tuesday, I think, correction. Next Monday. I was right. We'll have up the craft, don't craft videos as well. So if you want to get all that stuff, all the bonus content, if you will, because there's a bunch. And then plus any of the stream stuff you miss, we'll have those combined down to individual deck videos as well. And you'll get those over the next few days. So lots of content coming through the channel. Matter of fact, we put up 2 videos today just to make sure we could get everything out ahead of everything else if you just want fun gameplay videos. Which, by the way, if you still want to finish out the season and go rank up, the Azorius Flash deck is superb. I don't even know how else to tell you. That deck is so good. All right, let's try this out. Let's go to find a game. And those of you that are here early will get to hang out and be part of this fun bit of shenanigans. So let's go find a game. Let's go to early access. Let's get into this one here. And let's bring up the mono green surprise deck. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We played a Jun surprise deck earlier that was super high rolly. This one's more straightforward, but does get to do some big shenanigans. So let's get into it. All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We are hopping right in, playing some more early access with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this one, we're going to be having some fun here. We're going to be trying to ramp up to be doing one of the biggest, silliest things that you can do, but potentially one-shot our opponents with 20 powers worth of flyers. Yeah, it's like that. So starting at the top, this part's going to look fairly similar. We do have some Llanowar Elves, because this is all about ramping. We have Smuggler Surprise. I know people are like, Badger Mole Cub, but hey, it makes sense here, and you'll see what we're talking about in a second. Bramble Familiar, because we do sometimes actually want to play Fetch Quest in this version of the deck. We do have some Trans-Dimensional Bovine, which made the cut here. Really ridiculous, but it's a 3-mana 0/4 that does let us tap for 2 mana of any color, which is kind of big. We have 3 Ouroboros. We didn't want to go too heavy on it. We are playing early access, and we want to do the big stuff more importantly. We have some Vaultborn Tyrant. One of the big things we can get that can get us more cards, more life. Obviously, if we have this much mana, we're going to be playing Craterhoof Behemoths, but our payoffs our Krang Ultram Warlord. And this is Flying, Trample, Indestructible Haste. The crazy part is it gives your other artifact creatures you control Flying, Trample, Indestructible Haste. And the best one? Dark Steel Colossus. So if you get both of these down, you have 2020 worth of Flying, Trampling, Indestructible Haste artifact creatures. Can we make it happen? Who the heck knows, but we're sure as hell going to find out today. And if you want to save some money, be sure to go over to Tales Adventure. It's toamagic.com. If you're going to be shopping there, use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on everything you buy on their website. And they're good people. They show up at all the major shows and conventions and stuff, so you can even meet them in person. But that bit of business aside, let's go see if we can one-shot our opponents with some Krang and Darksteel Colossus. Hey, Livewired, how's it going? Yeah, this is going to be a beautiful mess if it works. Like, literally one-shotting opponents is hilarious. I don't think we're going to ever get to do it, but if we do, oh my gosh. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is not a hand we want to keep. We have virtually no chance of getting those on the battlefield like this. Okay, this at least feels like it does something. What particularly? Don't know yet, but something. I am going to... Man, can we get to a world where... Nah, probably not. Alright. No need to overthink it. We're both on some mess. Like, I'm playing Badger Mode, you're playing Leyline. We both deserve whatever awful things happen to us right now. Wait till they say next turn when we go Bovine into Llanowar and they're like, what? No! No! We lose our Badger Mode Cup. That's fine. Okay. So hopefully we'll start next turn with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Not enough to do what we want to do. Also, Bovine randomly flies, which is feels kind of important here. Alright. I assume if they have removal, it's going to aim at Ouroboros, but they have so much mana, they can do whatever they want here. Okay, Cheese Pizza draws a card. Divine Guide makes more mana. And Tam makes their stuff protection if we were trying to target, but we don't target with anything. Alright, how much mana do we have available here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang it. Kind of need a little bit more, actually. Alright, we do this and we can try to go for big time stuff next turn. Let's attack with just this, which is kind of pitiful because I actually want my mana for the future turns. Which is super sad. Alright, opponent has skids of mana right now. They're just passing, though. That's concerning. Alright, so we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Let's just try to put counters on stuff. I guess attack with these? I don't know what else we're doing. Oh, weird. I thought they were going to do something there. Crazy. Well, we're just winning with transdimensional bovines here. That wasn't really the game plan, but hey, bovines fly, I guess. Oh, well, alright, sure. My opponent has one card in hand. Yeah, we just attack with these guys. Bovines did all the damage this game, I guess. Not how we planned to get there, but we'll take it. We won with flying cows. Okay. Magic is amusing sometimes. We always say, like, when pigs fly, but what about when cows fly? Maybe that's what I'll make the thumbnail for this. When cows fly. Maybe that's what we'll go with the thumbnail caption. I'm going to have to make a note. That's good. I don't want to lose that. When cows fly. Because that's what that was. All right. Holding those two. And we're on the draw. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to mulligan. It's slightly better. Oh, we're going to not get to ramp at all. Yeah, this one's a busted game from the beginning. Because we're not going to even get to keep a creature, are we? Oh, no. We're just drawing all the most expensive things back to back. Yeah, we're dead. Yep, sure. We've seen so many versions of this deck. And then it's Casey Jones. It's the cool but rude, you know. Alright. Yeah, we didn't really do anything. Even if we'd have kept our creature, all we'd be doing is playing our board. Alright. GG's. Kind of surprised they didn't or discard more relevant things here. Alright. Discard, pump your team. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm just, like, letting them do whatever they're going to do. Even if we got a card here, it'd just be a waste. Alright. Cool. And then we did nothing. GG's. We should lose that one, though. Like, we kept a medium hand and drew worse. So, opponent earned that one. Welcome, everybody. Folks strolling in here across all 3 platforms. Welcome. We are going to be playing this mono green surprise deck with Krang. So if you want to see Krang, this is a chance to see that in action. And transdimensional bovines, which we already won with those. We're going to probably play one of the Boros decks after this. Probably Boros robots or Boros tokens. Then we also, and we'll probably play both of those actually. And then there's the Rakdos Sacrifice deck that we'll probably be playing. And then we'll see what we do after that. Probably we'll work on a deck with the chat at the end of everything. But that's like probably 3.5 to 4 hours from now. So good ways away still. Also, you know what? There's like an infinite food hack at Jack in the Box. Because I went there and they gave you the little receipt and you do the little QR code survey thing. And then you can bring your thing back and get a Jumbo Jack. It's buy one, get one free on Jumbo Jacks or croissants. But then they just like give you a new receipt every time. If you just buy any additional small thing, they give you a new receipt. And you just do the same thing every time. It's like when I go to Kohl's and they give me like the Kohl's cash. And I don't really understand how that works. But it's just a lot of free stuff every time. Double Darksteel Colossus is probably bad. I'm going to mulligan just because, like, I don't want to keep a hand that's just trying to play Ouroboros, you know? That hand was probably keepable, but that's not really what... We're playing against this again? Bleh. Alright, sure. So many Moon Shadow decks that are exactly cool but rude and all that good stuff. It's alright, though. I get why people are playing it, because you want to try it out, do the things, but also, it's like, that's what we're spending our efforts on in early access. But alright, we'll likely lose Badger Mole Cub here. I mean, if we don't, there's a chance we could Smuggler Surprise if we were to draw something. But otherwise, like, yeah, I didn't expect that to live. Yep. Then you just stack up the damage. Does Krang have a special effect on cast? I mean, nope, no special effect on cast. Alright, another Badger Mole Cub. Is that enough for you to do anything here? Not really. I'm just going to pass and see if the opponent's deterred into it not attacking, but I don't know. Maybe not. Because they can put at least 2 counters on Moon Shadow. So if they have another way to kill Badger Mole or something here, probably works out in their favor anyway. Alright. So we're going to take at least 2 plus 4. Yeah. I think we're kind of all in on hitting something on the smuggler surprise, basically. They might have been waiting to see if we block, too. Yeah, that's what I thought. They already had the removal spell. Yeah. So we weren't going to win that anyway. I mean, I guess our out here is if we find exactly... No, we can't even win here, actually. Nah, it didn't matter. We didn't draw anything worthwhile. Alright, cool. Glad to finally catch it. That's, you know, I see people say that all the time. Like, on everybody's stream. And I don't... I'm genuinely curious. Like, is that a big thing? To catch people on stream? Because I see people comment that in a lot of things. Like, oh, I'm finally catching you on stream. Awesome. Like, I don't know. Do y'all appreciate or, like, really into streams that much? Maybe I should just be streaming more often. I don't know. Mulligan this. Dang it. We don't want to draw all the big guys. That's the opposite of what we want to do. I'm going to keep, and we'll put the Tyrant in and just see if maybe we could draw out of that. Is the Llanowar gone? Llanowar is gone. Oh no, I didn't want triple Badger Mole Cub. That's not the Magic we're trying to play. Though with this hand, I guess we're setting up to hard cast Krang? I don't know. Alright, Burst Lightning gets a Badger Mole Cub. Yeah? I mean, we didn't get a land, so it's just live off the Badger Mole Cubs, I guess. Yep. Kill another cub. And a Voice of Victory shows up. Yeah, alright. Another Badger Mole Cub. Probably should have played Llanowar there, actually. There's a better chance Llanowar would have survived, and then we could go nuts, but... I guess here we can at least block a point. Alright. Bovine into Llanowar Elf. And Bovine blocks. I mean, it's an 0-4. I mean, if for some miracle we get to keep Badger Mole Cub, we can cast Krang just straight up, which is kind of silly. But it's a thing we can do. Yep. I'll block one of these. I guess we might as well. Why not? Alright. We can Krang. How much damage can the opponent do next turn? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe. Alright. Let's go. Probably the only way we can attempt to try to win. Kind of needed to draw a Smuggler Surprise, really. Oh, Kin Binding. That's bad. Yep, we're dead. Yep. GG's. No blocks. Streams feel more like hanging out than watching content. That's sure. But it also doesn't have the convenience that a video has, which is why I'm asking, right? Like, but that still doesn't answer the question of, is it that much better to catch a stream than it is to watch a video? Because like I said, it's such a common statement that I'm very curious on how people view that. Because personally, for personal reasons, I enjoy making videos more because there's fewer knuckleheads to deal with. Because I'm constantly having to, like, watch over, ban people, blah, blah, whatever, do all the silly things. Because humans don't know how to act. But, I mean, you know, if people enjoy streams more, then maybe we should be streaming more. I don't know. Alright, let's go with this guy. Do we lose our Bramble Familiar, is the question. Oh, what's funny is the Bovines can actually block, so that'd be fun. Maybe I can find a Llanowar Elf to go with the Bovine. That would be fun. I was going to say, it looked like a Leonardo on the way. The best way you could show appreciation to creators is sharing their content so other people are watching it. That is by far the best thing you can do. Help them extend their reach. Okay, maybe not by far. The second biggest thing, obviously the best thing being, you know, financially contribute if you're able to. But realistically, sharing their content and stuff will also go a very long way. We're not getting to keep this Bovine, right? Shelter by Ghost incoming. Well, there's one way to gain some life. 2 ways, technically, because it does it twice. We're just slow rolling a Shelter, I think. Yep, that's what I thought. Sure. No blocks. Not that I... Yeah, we didn't even find anything. Dang it, we're just drawing so badly. Alright. That sucks. Like, it needed a land there on that last turn to even try to play something, or we needed a Smuggler Surprise. Haven't hit either. In other words, the streamer's worth more right now than any other time. The videos feel like the TV alternative, and if I catch it later... Oh, yeah. I'm not worried. Y'all, like, the YouTube metrics are a creator thing. I get why viewers don't care about them. Oh, boy. I have a feeling... I should have mulliganed this hand. But we're already in it now. We don't get to keep the Cub, right? Oh, nope. Sentinel showed up. Well, we get Cub for 1 turn. Not that we could really do much with it here. Alright, no attacks. Okay, Michelangelo, I see you. Yep, double counters incoming. And guess what? I'm not blocking. Because we are not in that business. Okay, well, that's nice to have. Let's pass the turn. Because we can Smuggler Surprise whenever. It's already suspicious, though, right? Your opponent has this much mana and just says go. Like, you know something's coming. Like, we all know. Alright. Sure. I mean, we do get a big block here. It's going to be awesome. The levels of blockery that we could do. Yeah, Mutagen. Double it up. More counters for you. Sounds great. Alright, here we go. Can I do 8? I don't think I have 8. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have 8, not 9. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, alright. So we can do this. Wait, no. We do have 8, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. So, I mean, we just get to pick up 2 more things. So we'll just grab these. And then we'll put this and this onto the battlefield. And And then we'll just block. Then get us some more life in another body. Oh, Krang. That's what we were looking for. We're going Krang action, folks. Hell yeah. Oh, randomly, this guy's an artifact. Ah, that's so good. I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, the fact that that's an artifact is kind of busted. That's funny. All right, nice. Always watch the dope-ass decks you post. I try to post different stuff for people to have. I wish more people appreciated it. You know what would be a good amount of lands to play? If you look on my channel, I have strategy videos about each of the different types of decks and the amount of land each one should play, and even just playing more lands, and even breaking down various types of when you should have different colors of different types of lands in your deck. We did those about 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago now. But yeah, they're a filming channel. We have a whole strategy section with that stuff in there. Just to make it easier for people to learn to deck build. Corn Dog Jones. I've seen the name, but I am not totally familiar with him. But we are going to keep this hand just the same. Let's see how this goes. I mean, triple familiar is not the best, but it's probably better than a lot of other scenarios. Cash grab, filling up that graveyard. Okay, I mean, at least we have something to work toward now. Assuming we can find another sizable body. Oh, here's what's interesting. As much as you kind of want to play Bovine, well, now we'll play Bovine. But I was going to say, generally, as much as you're going to play Bovine, it might have been better to play 2 other guys there. Though now, we have Badger Mole Cub. So we're going to go Cub instead here, I think. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. I wasn't going to Cub. I was going to play... It's funny, I was going to play 2 familiars. Then our other familiar died. I was going to play Bovine, but then we drew Cub, and now we're playing 1 familiar and a Cub this turn. It's amazing how that changed 3 times in the space of half a turn. 2, 4, 5, 6. We need... I mean, I guess we could just Vaultborn Tyrant, but... we would like to do other things if we could find lands. What does the opponent's deck do? They're also playing Bovine. But, like, there's Krang and Shredder. Okay, now we're talking. Now we could do some things. Let's go for it. Because this also results in cards, and we get to attack for 9. 11, technically, because we still can attack with Badger Mole Cub. Wow. Okay. Well, we're only going to have these 3 lands, I guess. Good luck to us. Good news is if a board sweeper happened, we'd still have Vaultborn Tyrant. Oh, Krang's just going to get the job done here. Yep. Krang just closes the clock, I guess. That was a wild one because our hand was not great. We got a little bit lucky, I think, in that one. Probably a lot lucky, to be honest. Slide 87 IT, how's it going? Which Bree are you playing? Which, I think you meant Brew. There's not really a name for any of the stuff we're playing. I say just strap in and enjoy the ride. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We played a lot of stuff already today. We played Jun Surprise with the random encounter. We played Simic Mutagen. We played the Mono White Ninjas. Aggro, whatever you want to call it. And now we're where we are now. But yeah, if you wanted, whoever had asked that, Xfinity 130, if you want to get help on deck building, lands to play, whatever, like I said, go check out the channel. We have some videos. The thumbnails look differently, so you'll know which ones they are. But whenever you look back, three months ago, I think, we put those up. But they were, like I said, there's one about playing more lands and what that looks like. One for, it, depending on the type of deck you're playing, how many like spells, lands, creatures, whatever each one has on average. And then one on, if you're playing multicolors, how many of each color of land you should have to cast all your spells on time. Ooh, we're going to keep it. Krang's not the best, but if we can find a way to sneak him onto the battlefield, cool. Let's find a Llanowar Elf here. That's not what we want at all. Oh boy, we get to play against this deck again. We've gotten paired up with this person multiple times, and it's literally just mind melting here. I guess we go with this, right? We don't expect this to live, but I think it's still what you do. If it does, then we can just play Bovine into Elf and try to Smuggler Surprise. But I imagine Badger Mole Cub against a black-red deck doesn't get... Wow, it actually does get to live? That's crazy. Okay then. Not what I anticipated happening. We're just going to use all this mana anyway. Alright, well, we have Smuggler Surprise Krang next turn. If we keep Badger Mole Cub, we have what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana next turn? No, I'm counting the Badger Mole Cub. It's only 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, it would be 10. I didn't count him. Because we get 3 from the Bovine. Legendary Mutant Turtles could be a tribal effective. Kinda, yeah. You're coming from Commander to Standard, so you just know between 30 and 35% line. Yeah, that's why we made the videos, because a lot of people can learn from those. Okay, let's gain some more life. And do we Smuggler Surprise here? If we attack, we can put the opponent down to 8. I think we just go for it, right? We're not going to die from 22. If we do, congratulations to the opponent. Like, you got us. This is just... If you do, you do. Alright, you're an 8-ball. Like, who needs a Badger Mole Cub? Like, opponent has to make a... Oh, no! Krang actually tramples, so even the 1/1 flyer isn't enough here. Krang is kind of a stupid card, actually. Just realizing that. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, shuffle. I mean, they could make us sacrifice Krang, or exile it. Oh, that's probably not enough to scare us, though. I mean, they're going to do a lot of damage this turn, though. Like, respect. Because you get a creature back that has haste, I believe, right? Or does it not have haste? No, it doesn't. Yeah. So we're good. Extra life gain didn't even actually matter. Oh, maybe. Let's see. That's 8. You can do sets of 3 here, right? There you go. And then one more and we're dead, right? There you go, opponent. Good job. Oh, no, we're at 1? Oh, because they didn't have another permanent. They only had a spell to discard. Wow. I genuinely feel for them. That's crazy. And we didn't even get anything relevant. That's funny. All right, whatever. Just get in for the 6. Or 9, I guess, while they're at 6. Oh, that Rakdos deck is everywhere. Like, I have a version I'm not even going to play just because it's so common. That's literally, I think, like the 8th or 9th time we played against that today. 3 times was against the same opponent, though, to be fair. I think the better play here, realistically, and this is why I thought about it, was to just save to block, honestly. Because we don't, like here, we risked losing. If they'd had another permanent in hand, we could have lost that game, right? But if we left Krang plus something back, we could have just mass blocked Moonshadow. It dies. We get to keep Krang because Krang's a 9 power. We lose whatever else we block with, but fine. And then we're just set up after that, right? Because then we still have a bunch of life. But I don't know. Maybe there's a world, though, where... Well, no, because they've already emptied their hand. So, like, yeah. Hey, also, I just realized something. Did you see that this little space behind them has magic cards on it? There's, like, some forest and islands and then some forests and mountains. Can't tell what the actual spells are they're playing, but that's actually pretty funny that that's a thing. Oh, wow, and you can click the pizza and it'll go away. What happens if I click the drink? Nothing? Nope. All right, well, anyway, more games. I mean, it's just little touches like that that make a difference, you know? Mark Viola 4234 says, really enjoy your videos. This afternoon was the first time catching you live, but was at work, so I missed a lot. Oh, that's fair. It'll all be up. You can always go back and watch it on demand. Ooh. Yeah, we'll keep this. Mostly because we can play familiar. If things don't work out, we can Smuggler Surprise, dig for a land and maybe a mana creature. And then we have other Smuggler Surprise to play Krang. So not ideal, but not terrible either. Oh, this is interesting. When it leaves the battlefield. Okay, so we're going to be bouncing that. Oh, with ninja stuff. I see you. That's cool. That's fun. Oh, you know what? I should have done this, because if I got Llanowar Elf, I'd have been able to Krang this turn. Oh, they didn't have a ninja, though. Yeah, I'm going to feel real bad if there's a Llanowar Elf when I flip these cards. Because we're not going to be able to Smuggler Surprise this turn, and we would have been able to had we found an elf and played it. So that could end up being a mistake. We'll see. All right. Oh, Ouroboros, weren't you cute? All right. Take our damage, and here, what ninja are we gonna see here? Michelangelo should get to play something for free. I was wondering when somebody was gonna try playing that today. Yep. And what's the big scary thing? Okay. I mean, could have been worse. That's pretty reasonable as far as scary things go. I'm gonna play one of these. Actually, Yeah, let's go finding. Let's go digging for something. Go find something is what I'm trying to say. Wow, that's not cool. I guess I'll take the Lifeland and Crater Hoof. That didn't work out too well, did it? We could get... No attacks. I mean, we kind of win next turn, right? If we Smuggler Surprise... Oh, here comes everybody? Oh, this isn't good. I don't even want to block that, but if they make... What's his name? There's a Leonardo that everybody gets +2/+0, so that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is Leonardo a 4? Alright, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Like, if they have it, they have it. Okay, it's just Last Ronin technique. That's not nearly as bad as it could have been. Yeah. We could have had to respond with the Smuggler Surprise. That would have sucked to protect our creatures. Because we definitely want to have that in hand for now. Yerva comes back. You kind of get to see the writing on the wall, opponent. Because that only makes things cost one more, right? Yeah. Alright, gain some life. We're going to Smuggler Surprise for all of it. Play Krang. Play Craterhoof. Juice the team up. Get in there. For lots many. Woo! Krang getting work done. Alright. Let's see. There's a card in the set where the turtles are playing Magic together. I forget which one. Oh, yeah, I saw that. The best art, I think, really, is the one that I think it's called Turtles Forever. It's a white card that has 4 different art styles from like the 4 generations of turtles, which I thought was very cool. It would be cool if Wooburg deck with all the turtles would be competitive. I don't think that... I mean, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because they all do... Like, Donatello cares about artifacts. Raphael wants to attack. Leonardo wants to work with other creatures. So it's like, you just end up with a weird mix of cards that doesn't really do anything. There's a nice mono white +1/+1 counters and life gain deck going around. Yeah, we've seen that a bit. Yeah, Krang's stupid when you actually get it, but it is expensive. You have to work for it. Could be a fun Reanimator card too, though, right? A 9/9 flying trample indestructible. That's a legit Magic card. Like, if you want to reanimate things right now, you are eating good. Between that, Armagon, the current one we're playing, the Demon, the Bringer of whatever, right? Like, there's a lot of big options that you have access to. Okay, well, I'm going to keep it and just hope we draw enough mana creatures that we could brute force the Smuggler Surprise. That's what this whole hand is about. Just, can we find some way to brute force a Smuggler Surprise? I don't know that we can, but why not try? Oh, their own Krang. Oh, they're reanimating some Krangs, y'all. We might get hit with one. We might be a victim of our own creations over here. Yeah, we played Agent Smith in a deck already. It was very good. I really like how they did the cell-shaded Momo pet, by the way. That's really neat. Alright, Mutable Explorer. Well, however they're going to reanimate Krang, they are in a position to do so now. Okay, next turn. We could have 2, 4... Yeah, we do this for sure. Because then we do that into this. And then we set up our Krang Darksteel Colossus 1-turn hit. We might finally pull this off. I say that. They're just going to get rid of our Badger Mole Cub. Then we're going to do nothing. They might be... I don't know. They might be more afraid of Ouroboros here. I have no clue. They know what we're doing already, because I think we've played this opponent before. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you can only target something 3 or less, so sure. Oh, this is the one that lets you make a copy out of the yard. Yeah, we've seen a few people playing that, actually. Okay, what do we do here? We have 5. I think we just Smuggler Surprise and see what we could find. Oh, Bovine's not bad. See, here's the problem. If we keep Krang, we're kind of telling the opponent, like, guess what we already have in hand, you know? Alright, we'll take Badger Mole. I guess Bovine? We take a land, right? And then that way we could still Smuggler Surprise if something crazy happens here. I mean, yeah, we're attacking. All right. We're not low enough that we die to their Krangs. So here comes. They're going to copy Krang. Oh, no, no. They're going to copy Raph and whatever, right? Yeah, you have Mikey and Raph. Though they have small stuff they can hit. So, yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, they didn't build in a way like we did in our deck where we only have big hits. Not in this deck, in our Jund one. But now we go here. And then we get to single hit. Oh, it's going to be even more than that, because we still have the counters from the Ouroboros. Hell yeah. Got there. Go, Krang, go. I don't even feel like we should be winning with this deck. This deck is so silly. All right, let's play one or two more, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Also, welcome everybody if you're new and watching. Looks like a bunch of y'all are finally hopping on here. I'm Power Dragon. I'm literally, actually, we are about 2 weeks away from me being 6 years of consecutive videos posting something every day on YouTube. So you should subscribe over on YouTube if you hadn't, because I have tons of stuff there. We just did a video with an arena developer to dispel all the myths in arena. We've got some single card strategy videos, which one coming up tomorrow? No, Friday, for best ways to use like Super Shredder. That one's up. We have some strategy videos on deck building so you can build better decks and like what percentages of lands you should have and all that stuff. We have the daily gameplay videos. We have a set of videos which will be coming out on Monday. That's the cards you should craft and not craft from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have our overrated, underrated video that'll go up tomorrow. Just tons of stuff. So if you want to get all types of content and keep yourself busy, you should be following me on the YouTubes. I'd really appreciate it. But if you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch, just hit the little follower button or subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Especially on Twitch. If you have your free Twitch Prime sub and you ain't used it yet this month, even if you don't give it to me, give it to somebody. Just take that money back away from Amazon. Don't let them don't let Bezos put that back in his pocket. Give it to somebody. It's yours anyway to give away. Okay, spiel done. All right, Lana World. Yeah, we're keeping this. We're not throwing this back. We're going to try to find a way to do some fun things here. Bossing, say, into this duder. No attacks. This hand sucks because, like, we're not seeing new cards, and I feel kind of bad about it, but we do have Krangs and Bovines and stuff. I would like to get those onto the battlefield and do some exciting things. Ooh, Casey Jones. Look at the top 4. You can reveal an artifact from them and put it in your hand. The rest go in the bottom in a random order. That's fun. Doesn't have haste. Oh, he does have haste. Awesome. That card's actually pretty legit. Oh, no. Oh, there's a Leyline Axe. That's concerning. All right. Sure. I kind of want him to kill my Ouroboros, because I don't really want to win with that. There you go. Thanks for getting rid of that. Silly as that sounds, I kind of want to have fun with other cards. Alright. We can play a Llanowar Elf. What's that? 7 mana? So if we get to 8... So if we can top deck one next turn, that could be reasonable. Just turn one of those into a thing. And then no attacks. It can stay back to block. Chainsaw. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well now we're a long way from getting off the card we want. Do I need to find a bovine here, maybe? We'll see, though. Kellen. Ah, this is another card we don't see a lot of. Still never learned how to use the Amazon free sub. I think when I've done it, I just go to sub and it gave me 2 options. And I just obviously used the free one. Okay, so now we have all kinds of mana. So now we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Hopefully Krang. Come on. Yeah, okay, double Vaultborn Tyrant's like the next best thing. Yes, we could Crater Hoof here, but we're looking to do other fun stuff. There's a Colossus and a Bossing Say. Okay, there we go. Now we got the dudes. And yes, again, Crater Hoof would have been great last turn. It would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, But this is more fun. This is what we're aiming to do. If I block, what do I get back? What do we have under here? Vaultborn Tyrant and an Ouroboros? You don't first strike or anything, right? I don't know. That's fine. I'll just take it. Like, you weren't going to ninja it or anything and give me all that back, so meh. Let's go Krang. Get a card. Get some life. All right, cool. You really want to play the Neutrinos and your Boros Dragons. I think I have to look that up. I'm not familiar with that one just yet. But anyway, let's take a look at this deck and do a wrap-up on this one. Okay, so mono green surprise with Krang and Darksteel Colossus, which on a couple of things we didn't even need the Smuggler Surprise. We were able to just hard cast some stuff, which is interesting. I think there's a world where we go maybe one less Vaultborn Tyrant and one more Ouroboros, and then you're able to kind of play 2 kinds of decks, right? When you get the fast mana, you can just go really big and try to hit Krang, Hoof, whatever. And then, if not, you're just like, okay, I'll play these mana dudes and I'll just play Ouroboros and play that game of Magic, right? And that's probably reasonable. I don't think that's too far-fetched. I will say, though, I think you're going to struggle against the, like, heavy control decks unless you manage to sneak down an early Krang or Colossus because they have Indestructible, right? So, if your opponent just, like, sweeps the board after you built up your mana guys or whatever, like, that's going to suck. But you at least have, like, Vaultborn Tyrant that gets you another body, or, well, except against, I guess, Ultima, right? But yeah, this is oddly playable. It doesn't feel like it should be, but I think because it does possess the 1 or 2 hit potential to just end the game, that's actually really strong. And obviously, like, Badgermole Cub or Ouroboros is a good creature package that's going to get you some games. But yeah, I would say if we're going to do it, if I were to just ladder with this, I would probably play another Ouroboros, and then I'd play 1 less of either Crater Hoof or Vaultborn Tyrant. And I'm not even sure which one. Believe it or not, I might be 1 less Crater Hoof. Mostly because Vaultborn Tyrant's going to have times where getting that and something after you have to tap out all your mana to use a Smuggler Surprise can get you a quick 8 life, 2 cards, and then set you up in the future, right? Whereas if you have to tap out everything and you get a Crater Hoof, like, sometimes you're just going to be attacking for like 9 with a Crater Hoof, right? And you're probably not. You're going to want it on defense. So that's something I would think about. But otherwise, you know, we did get to one-shot somebody with 2 people. Man, we did it 3 times, right? Where we had, well, 1 time where it was just Krang and Darksteel Colossus. Another time where we had, another 2 times where we had them, but they also had counters from Ouroboros. But yeah, good stuff all around. This was a fun one. Link will be over on Moxfield like it always is. Otherwise, that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time. All right. We got that one done. So we have Mono green. I guess we'll call this mono green surprise. Though I think we're going to call it when cows fly because the bovine is hilarious. Yeah, let's look at what else we're going to play. That deck was silly though. That was silly. We got Krang onto the battlefield way more than I thought we were going to. I didn't think we were going to have it hit the battlefield that often at all, honestly. So that was a nice little fun bonus. Hell, we got Krang in all but 2 of our wins, I think. All the others had Krang in them, so that's kind of fun. Let's... What are we going to go with next? Let's try... We do have this Rakdos artifact sacrifice pile. We could have some fun with this. I don't know if it's any good, but we can see what kind of trouble we can get into. I like to sort these out just a second so you have like creature, spells, whatever. Everybody can kind of see everything kind of separated. We have a couple of creatures here. The rest of these are all spells. Well, I mean, there's also spells that make creatures. So yeah, okay, cool. We can try this and see where we end up. Rakdos Sacrifice. All that Krang should make for a great video. I hope so. Because it's one of those things where when we're making videos, it's always tough because I've had videos that I think the decks were exceptionally good, but people don't even know what they're looking for. So like, they're not really searching for those cards because they're not popular played. And then if you post up a regular video or just a regular deck, some people are excited because like, oh, this is a deck I can actually play in a tournament and blah, blah, which you can play the others too. But you know what I'm saying? They believe it more because it's cards they know. But then you have people going, oh, I've already seen enough, I don't know, Crater Hoof or Badger Mole Cub or whatever. And the tough part, and I think I posted this recently, like one of the issues you run into is that if you try different cards, you get people that say, well, this deck would be better if you just played like, I don't know, Badger Mole Cub or whatever. But then if you put the Badger Mole Cub in, you have people go, oh, every time I see Badger Mole Cub, I'm just going to click downvote on the video or what. You know, so it's like you're not going to win either way you go. So I tell people, just make interesting decks. And if you can make them interesting and somewhat competitive so people can at least go like 50, 51%, 52% on the ladder and actually have some fun, then like great, right? Just kind of stick in that space. You could have played Rakdos Sacrifice already in Best of One. There's 2 versions, really. There's the one we played with all the artifacts, and then there's the one that's going around now that has all the discard stuff in it. Like, both of them are playable, for sure. You should go back and check our videos out from a couple weeks ago. I think this one is arguably going to be possibly worse than our previous one, but I think that other one was very good. The number of people we killed with Phantom Trains, oh, it was ridiculous. Like... And that one was actually a lot of fun. That was easy to just ramp up or rank up with. I'm surprised more people weren't playing it, honestly. But all right. What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be playing some Rakdos Sacrifice. A little bit different than it would normally look, but that's because we're trying to jam some more new cards in here so y'all can see some new stuff in action. But I think this at least has potential to be a lot of fun. So we're going to start with Grimbauble because 1, it gets rid of stuff. 2, we can sacrifice it. Partly because we have stuff like Moonshadow, right? That gets a bonus for us putting a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. Clockwork Percussionist, not the best, but it does have haste and it gets us a card. We have Torch the Tower. Obviously, we can sacrifice all these artifacts for things. A couple of Spring Leaf Drum to help with our mana. We have Mephetic Draft. I don't know, why did I say it like that? It's draft. Or at least as us Americans say it. I said it like I'm a European with an accent or something. That was weird. But anyway, Mephetic Draft actually gets us cards and opponent, or actually we lose life and the opponent doesn't lose life. This is the card that a lot of the deck's going to be about though, is this Obsessive Pursuit, because this is going to give us a lot of things we can sacrifice and hopefully get us some life back along the way. We have Legion Extruder, which can be used for removal and also make us some 3/3s and another way to sacrifice some stuff. Mouser Foundry. This one also lets us make a robot when it enters or leaves the battlefield, but also we can pay 5 and sacrifice it on its own, just deal damage to a creature. Then we have Ravenous Robots. One of the better cards, I think, in the set. You're just playing artifacts. You're going to make way more artifacts, and you can give stuff haste. Technodrome can't attack or block unless it's power 6 or more. We can sacrifice another artifact, draw a card with this. This is actually pretty sweet. And then we put a counter on this creature so it gets bigger. It gets reach, it gets trample. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll see where it fits in here. And then we have 2 copies of Phantom Train. So if nothing else is working, we can just say, you know what? We're going to sacrifice all these artifacts sitting around, and we're going to try to make a big attack. We've done it before with some other builds. We'll see if it works out in this one. However, y'all know the drill. If you want to support the channel and you want to save some money while you're buying Magic, go over to Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. That's DRAGN. And like I said, you'll save 5% on everything, support the channel, and you'll be supporting a company that supports the community, which is always great. But let's go hop in and see if we can sacrifice our way to a win. Letting you know I'm moving to the UK. Man, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that doesn't sound like the worst thing right now with the way the US has been. Did I join at the end of the late night? No, we are 1 hour in. We have at least 2 more hours to go, probably 3 more hours to go. Nah, no weapons manufacturing. We've done enough of that. I mean, we could play weapons manufacturing. Like, weapons manufacturing would be a totally reasonable card to play in here. And we've done it before. This is more to just showcase more other new things, realistically. But I don't think weapons manufacturing is a bad card for this list. It is totally playable. Again, we have a list from a couple weeks ago that we already thought was good. That was a Rakdos sacrifice pile. So I would recommend checking that out if you want to. Let's go ahead and make us some more duders. Oh, I meant to play the other robots. Oh no, I played the wrong one. I meant to play Ravenous robots. Oops. They kind of look the same in my hand. How did I know? Okay, let's go with this. Can I give other creatures? Oh, creature tokens gain haste. Alright, fair enough. Alright, well, I'm assuming Moonshadow's not going to live very long here. But yeah, I already messed up. I should have had the robots plus another token on the battlefield than I have right now, so serves me right. But yeah, I think weapons manufacturing, totally reasonable to have in this deck. Especially since we're playing, like, the train that we get to sacrifice everything, get some free damage out of it. We have Extruder that could sacrifice the munitions. Oh. Mutagen guy, huh? Alright. Alright, I see you. Let's... I don't even know what I'm gonna put this on. I guess black? Oh, I didn't even have to do that. Dang it. Well, I guess I'm supposed to play this other Moonshadow then too, huh? Maybe that's what my brain was thinking. I think my brain was ahead of me on this one. Like, I needed 3 black, or needed the extra black anyway there, so it's fine. It works out. Alright, everybody go get in there. I may put a stop during my upkeep. I might surveil with this Grim Bauble. Yeah, opponents got their pick of the litter. If they have a Pyroclasm. We've been streaming too long today. Alright, grow them moon shadows. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what we get. Ugh, gross. I guess I'm glad I did that. That's not what we want at all. Oh, but each of those do trigger because we surveilled. So that's kind of nice. Alright. Get in there for lethal. Not how I thought that was going to happen. Yeah, that was definitely a lot of little duders. So that feels pretty good because I played that incorrect. Like that turn 2 almost messed up everything. And there is a situation where we end up not doing all that on that turn and just saving mana. So if they had the sweeper or something, we could use the extruder to sacrifice this, make a 3/3 and an additional 1/1, and then try to do whatever we were going to do. Thank you for the new cards. Only stuff I understand wanting to win with old cards, but it's mainly early access. You have fun. Yeah, that's the whole point, right? So y'all get to see a combination of different cards in play. Because if we were just playing to win, like, then you're basically playing like y'all would do, and you should, taking decks you already have that are decent, and just swapping out 1 or 2 upgrades from the new set, right? But that's, if everybody did that, it'd be kind of a boring day to watch. Okay, we go first. Yes, we will keep this. Do we... Are we supposed to go with Moonshadow here? I mean, I guess so. It's still going to be hard to block, even if they don't have a removal spell. And then we can still... Actually, yeah, that makes sense. Because if we played Percussionist first, we wouldn't be able to, like, Bobble and Moonshadow next turn. Yeah, it didn't really matter. It all worked out in the end. But we get to do this into a Percussionist. So now we replace the Moonshadow. And we can play both of these next turn, regardless of what happens. So we can play a Mouser Foundry and Grimbobble. You know what's funny? I, in the back of my brain, remembered the design of the Mousers. But until I saw them again, because I hadn't watched Ninja Turtles in so long. But once I saw them again, I was like, oh yeah, that's what a Mouser is. But it's funny how that just didn't stick out for so long. Alright, get in there for our 1. End the turn. I mean, they dealt with the early stuff. Admittedly, we wouldn't have had these Moonshadows be any bigger here. But they didn't know that. Preacher. Wow, that's a lot of Grimbobbles. But, I mean, we got to do it if we want to keep attacking, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. I think we might be about to sacrifice a Grimbobble. Just to find more action. Oh no. Oh no. Lots of attack steps incoming. Yeah. I think we have to. We're not punching through that anyways. You know what? You know what? Yeah. I mean, I guess we kind of want the land too, though. Ugh. I'm going to go no land here and see if we can just do it with these. I mean, granted, we might draw a land next turn anyway, but sure. Brynhilder. That card, I think that card's still underplayed quite a bit. Ooh, another Raph and Leo. So if we got rid of one, they had another one incoming. Yeah, you're just going to get to attack again with it. I don't think I'm really in the business of blocking here, are we? No, because we kind of know what we want to play. Let's see what else is on top. I mean, we won't see what else is on top because we know what we're going to play. If we thought we weren't, we would go ahead and block and get access to another card. Well, it was just a land. Go ahead and play this. Remove the Brynhilder, if given a chance. Oh, that Ravenous Robots is not going to live here, it looks like. Everybody knows how good this card is. Man, opponent drew all that removal? Oh my gosh. All right, well. Can't do much if we can't play our cards. Like, is what it is. We will likely be blocking with the percussionist here. All right, no blocks. We'll take 2 on this one. Oh, they're going to ninja something in? Or sneak, I mean? Oh, no. Oh, no. What's about to happen? I don't like this pause here. Oh, no. Okay, just 2 came through. I thought something bad was about to happen. I was genuinely like, what sneak cards would this deck be playing? Though the double strike thing. Wait, we didn't get to block the second time, or did I just skip through that phase? Oh, well. Well, I must have messed that up. Either way. Just a land, huh? Not great. Yeah, we'll just pass. Sure. This guy has first strike. Oh, they were thinking about sneaking this in. Got it. Got it. We really didn't have much worth taking. I see what they were doing. That makes sense. All right, we'll block here. I guess it worked out since we got to block more damage with the same creature. Another percussionist. Great. Not really what we were looking for, but you know, sometimes things just are what they are. We'll block. And then I think we're going to go ahead and surveil during their instep and just see what we can do here. Ooh. Does that matter? I mean, it kind of does. All right. One of those ones that, like, it's not ideal, but it's not crazy either. And then we pass. I mean, it's probably more removal, so something that's going to hit our Moon Shadow or something here, but... We could try to go nuts and just put everything in front of Raph and Leo here. Sacrificing the bauble. I don't think we're going to, though. But it's not completely insane that that could be a thing. Especially since Shark first strikes. Alright. Just the Shark incoming. Or I should say Shark Shredder. Yeah, you can still first strike my stuff, opponent. It is not worth it for me to double block there. You are correct. But if they have removal, it'd still be worth waiting to see if I commit or not. Alright. Let's find something good here. Robots into robots. That's not terrible either. Gives us some chump blockers. Alright. I mean, it's something. Alright, no attacks. But you have to attack with Leo and Raph to get the extra attack step, I believe. Yeah, they're just going for it. And saying, we'll just attack with the other two, because why not? Okay. What if they don't actually have a removal spell? They have something, though, here. Kind of wondering if we were to double block Preacher. Huh. Well, if we block Shark Shredder, first strike kills a robot. We get a 5/5 Moon Shadow. Yeah, I don't know here. I think, well, they're going to probably, looks like they're going to get rid of Moonshadow anyway. So it didn't